Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 311. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Wednesday Motivation Inspiration. You guys know what time it is. Today, I am asking you, who are you doing it for? Everything that you're doing in your life, who are you doing it for besides yourself? Now, think about the person or persons that keep you going. Think about those closest to you and who you love the most. Are those people the ones who inspire and motivate you to be great? If you have your answers to these questions that I just asked, then you are on this journey to greatness. But are you on this journey to greatness for them? Who are you doing everything for? Who is your rock and keeps it together for you when you need it the most? I ask these questions because everyone needs someone on their journey. We all need someone that keeps us motivated and inspired. When you think about people's stories of resilience and making it, everyone has a journey to talk about. What is your story going to be? Is it rising like the phoenix and becoming great? I don't know, but you have to be the one who controls your own narrative. And that's pretty much been my mantra pretty much since I started this whole journey and pretty much this year. And going forward, it's all about me controlling my narrative. Your success is predicated on really, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to really live the life that you want? And this is about being successful on your terms and being successful for those who look up to you, for those who want to see you succeed more than anything else in the world. Not necessarily the wish-washy people, not the people who are waiting to see if you become successful and then wanting to support you. I'm talking about the support system that you've had since day one. I'm talking about the people who are going to continually push you and challenge you and, get you to become the person that you need to be. This is a motivation podcast for you to get your mind right and focus. And if you're not feeling your greatest some days, think about the people who want to see you succeed. When you're not feeling like being productive sometimes, think of the most important people in your life that are going to push you to be great. I have a few people. Not many, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. I'll say my mom, my aunt, my godmother, and my 3 best friends. I can say that. I don't share every single thing that I'm working on, everything that I'm doing. I mean, my mom's probably the exception. She knows so much that she just can't keep up anymore, and that's okay. But I will say there are family members that are no longer here that I do it for. My grandparents. I do this work because it's God's work. I always say that. And I will always, always, always give glory and thanks to him because I'm not as talented and as gifted as I am without the blessings of God. And that's just how I feel about it. But I need you guys to really think about the people that look up to you, whether it's your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren, and give them motivation and inspiration to be great, and give them words of wisdom, and give them a reason to look forward to what life has to offer and what this world, hopefully will become. Because we have to be the ones that make this world better for them, because this world isn't the greatest right now as you're listening to this. You guys know what's going on. You guys are very aware, and I am too. But I want you guys to stay inspired daily to know that if you're doing your part in making this world a better place, then you're going to have, such a huge impact on when you're physically gone, how people will remember you. And I always talk about longevity and legacy, and how long do you want to be great at what you're doing, and how much of a legacy do you want to leave behind? Because we're only in these bodies, but for so long. We're only, here for a certain amount of time. We're born, and we all know that we're going to go at some point. And it's okay that when you go, don't be afraid that, your time's coming or whatever the case is. Just embrace and enjoy the moment every day. And keep people that care for you and want the best for you close to you. That's the biggest thing that I'm going to say. And for those who don't support you, that's okay. You got to feed them from a long spoon. You got to kind of push them to the side. I was on TikTok, and I follow a life coach. Her name is Sarah, and she used a great analogy example of people, and this is going to correlate to who you're doing it for. Now, you need to be doing it for the people who are your battery. And what I mean by that is, and I'm paraphrasing what she said on her TikTok video, that the battery people are the ones who are going to elevate you, and they're going to be the ones who are there for you when, times are tough, and they're going to always have positive, words to give you, positive affirmations, pats on the back, compliments, letting you know that they're proud of you. And then there's the vacuums, the ones who have negative energy, the people who are doubting you, the people who are questioning why you're doing the things you're doing. And the question is who are you allowing to keep in your life? Who are you allowing to stay in your life? Because some people don't belong, and some people don't need to be in your life. And even if it's the most important people, whether it's your parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, whoever, they're not supporting the cause, they don't need to be in the mix. They don't need to know what you're doing. They don't need to be concerned, because all they're going to bring is negative energy. And I've had to get rid of the vacuums in my life. The people who are constantly complaining about life, constantly saying, oh, poor me. Can't have that when you're pushing yourself towards something great, because life is pretty much a transfer of energy. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's reality, and that's what life is. It's about interactions among human beings. So I need you guys to keep that in mind. I need you guys to think about that. Do you have vacuums, or do you have, power charger people who are going to empower you, embolden you, and, keep you going? All right, y'all. That's all I got for today. This podcast was a little bit shorter than normal, but I just wanted to give you guys some life lessons, some words of wisdom. Wanted to pass on, some, words that I heard, learned, and, and know that if it wasn't for Sarah, I wouldn't, have that as an example to use. I probably would have been able to find some other example to use, but her example of life's analogies, and whether you're, got the right people in your life, was perfect. She nailed it. And I definitely gave a kudos to her for that. Quick reminder, there's a few weeks left in the year. There will be a few more podcasts that I will be doing in the coming weeks. I will say there's probably about maybe 12 more episodes left in the year, give or take. So my podcast will be finishing on Friday, December 15th for the year. And there will be a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a break for me for Thanksgiving. And then obviously for those who have listened since the beginning of this, I always take the last 2 weeks of the year off. I am always just chilling and spending time with my family. So and my friends. So just a heads up, just know that there are a few more episodes left, and then I will be making some announcements that will be coming up for next year on my last podcast episode. It's crazy what I've accomplished. It's crazy where, where I've gotten to. I'm over 300 podcasts. So that's a huge feat and a huge accomplishment. And I'm very blessed and thankful all along for those who have come along for the ride and listened to all of my pods. All right, everyone. Have a good week. Stay tuned. Book Insight Friday. It's going to be a very interesting one on Friday. That's all I'll tell you. Be good and go accomplish your goals.